Yo, Billy.
What's up, folks?
How's it going, folks? Danny boy.
Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy.
We appreciate you, love you, and always thank you for joining us. It is a Friday. One more sleep, Bill, until the Knicks hopefully close out the NBA Finals against San Antonio Spurs. They're up 3-1. We'll get to that in a second. This is so much fun. Um, and then of course,
Sorry about that,
we'll get
folks.
to
Yes, one more sleep, like Reggie said.
exactly, man, exactly. And then of course, we have a top five this week. Um, uh, in honor of Celebrity Row at MSG.
Yes. We'll
Yes.
get to that when we
Of course,
get to that.
yeah, and then of course, another hopefully not too big of a news in the Dodger front, but still gotta acknowledge it. But NBA Finals Game 4 was
Dude.
Wednesday night.
Dude.
Man, I mean, I'm still in shock. And I know people say that I shouldn't be shocked, but here's the deal. 29-point comebacks in the playoffs don't happen. Let's be
They
real
don't.
here.
That was the largest deficit that's overcome.
In NBA Finals history. Never been done. The biggest one before that was the 24-point comeback in 2008. That was the Celtics over the Lakers. But that has never happened ever. Like there's a reason why 30-point comeback. This is 29 points, but you get my point. You know, nothing like this happens. So it's just shocking to me. I thought the 22-point comeback against Cleveland was fascinating. This clearly takes it way over the top, Bill.
Yes. This was just, this was just, dude, what a What a comeback. Because I was watching this. I was watching downstairs. My brother Dan, he's more the Knicks guy. He straight up told me, God bless him. He straight up told me, dude, I was like, after the third, like halftime when they were down 27, I just took a shower. I wasn't even gonna watch. I'm thinking this game, we're going back to San Antonio, tied 2-2. And I'm sure you were probably thinking that too.
Yeah, I mean,
And
look, I was mentally checked out to be honest with you.
I was I
Until
was thinking
uh,
that too. I was thinking because what have I always said here, Reggie? I have said, I said this last year. I said this after game one of the Cavs series. The Knicks can't just keep digging themselves into a hole
yeah,
and then expect to dig themselves out. Because
yeah.
there's going to
Well,
come a time where the hole's going to be too deep and they
yeah,
ain't coming out. And dude,
yeah,
I was thinking that on what's that night? I was thinking that Wednesday night. I was thinking this game's over. We're going back to San Antonio, tied 2-2. Like this hole is too deep. And but then when they started climbing out, I'm thinking, okay, can this happen? Can they get within striking distance? And then when it just went on and on, I'm like, holy shit, is this gonna happen? And then of
yeah,
course the missed shot by Brunson, and then OG, boom, holy shit. That dude,
yeah,
I
man,
consider that a holy shit moment. You?
yeah, yeah. I mean, two things happen. For
Let's
one
hear the
thing,
two things.
for one thing, Wembanyama was called for a flagrant on that Karl Anthony Towns when he elbows him, and I know he apologized, and also I really hate fans how they're like, oh, it wasn't intentional. He wasn't trying to hurt Karl Anthony Towns. I
Oh, he
call
was.
bullshit. I call bullshit until I see otherwise. Um, and I'm not accepting that fake apology. Wemby's a dirty player. Let's call it like it is. He elbows him. He hurts him. Like, come on now. Can we please stop defending Victor Wembanyama here? Like, we know what he is. Great player. I love him. Overall, I think he's a great player, and I think he's likable, but he does have some dirty antics here. So, um, with that said, that's one piece that was a factor because Bill, after that, he wasn't as aggressive as he normally would be because you have to understand one more flagrant foul, he's going to be suspended for the next game. And he also gets ejected. So that was a factor there. And then two, the Spurs, for whatever reason, kept hanging around the perimeter and kept shooting 3-pointers as if they were going to be whatever they were in the first half, where they just couldn't miss anything. And those misses in the second half, I was thinking it was around the 9-minute mark, right around the time they were down 29. When the Spurs kept missing those 3-pointers, Bill, I'm thinking to myself, hey, look, it's their starters that are still out there, and the Knicks aren't taking advantage of not necessarily making a comeback and win, but at least making it a game, making them think a little bit. So I was a
And,
little
you know,
worried there.
at least make this game competitive.
And they did. They got it down to 15. But yeah, it was at that point where the Knicks, they started to make their little run. I didn't think they had a great third quarter, to be honest with you. They should have, like the deficit at the end of the frame was 15. It really should have been like 10 or 8, if I'm being
So,
real with you.
no, when I at the end of the third quarter, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm thinking one of two things. Here's what was going on in the mind of William Francis Patrick Murphy. I'm thinking, are the Knicks gonna run away? Are the Knicks gonna catch up, or the Spurs gonna run away with this? And let alone the Knicks caught up. They didn't just caught up, dude. The biggest comeback in NBA Finals history. But no, I was
Right.
still part of me was still thinking the Spurs didn't come to New York to say, "Hey, let's just take one game and then be on the the edge of losing going back to San Antonio and be on the precipice of losing this series,
Yeah.
of losing the press of and on the precipice of losing this series." No, they're like if you're the San Antonio Spurs, you're going into the third quarter thinking, okay, your 27 points have been reduced to 15. But Reggie, you're probably thinking, hey, let's get this back to San Antonio. Let's leave here tied 2-2 and let's take it back to San Antonio. And but no, Brunson, 36 points.
Yeah.
Alvarado had a great game. Alvarado
Yes.
played very good.
And
Um,
Alvarado was actually, let's be honest, Mike Brown going to Alvarado instead of the usual, I'm going to put in Landry Shamet to give me quick points, or I'm going to use Deuce McBride uh, as the second guard out there. And then, like, because let's be honest, if you really think about it, Bridges hasn't had a great last 2 games. Shamet has had an awful series besides game one. Uh, Deuce was a non factor. So he goes with Alvarado, who actually has had a good series so far. Again, minimal minutes, but it's small sample size, but still enough to see. Hey, look, he has an impact, and it gives them more speed and gives them another option to bring up the ball other than Jalen Brunson. That's good coaching by Mike Brown to recognize that. Not again, we don't know, we didn't know what was going to ultimately happen, but it gave them another option, and the Spurs had no response to that. So, good point by you, Bill, that Alvarado, because it's a good because he he really did make a big impact in that game. With those, he had two gigantic 3-point shots that were made that helped spark, really spark this comeback.
And dude, like I said, the last couple seconds, Brunson misses
Mhm.
OG. Boom.
Yes, and OG Anunoby has been by far the best offensive player this series for the Knicks. And if you really think about it, he's been great. He's been the most consistent offensive player throughout this entire playoffs. So OG Anunoby deserves all the credit in the world here. He has been solid. He's plays consistent. He does well offensively, defensively. Like he's just unbelievable. And he had 33 points on the night. Excuse me, as I'm mother of God. Don't get GERD though. Do not get GERD. 10 for 15 from the field, 7 to 9 from three-pointer. He had a few three-point shots made in the fourth quarter that were huge. I mean, Bill, like we're gonna build a statue of Jalen Brunson if he wins, but we should also build a statue of OG Anunoby. And
All right, we got to go get the permits for that though, Reg.
yeah, exactly. And again, it just goes to show you, Bill, the absolute beautiful, beautiful moves made by Leon Rose. That trade for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly to get OG onto this team.
Brilliant.
If the Knicks win the finals, will go down as one of the best trades ever.
Yes. So, again, I'm going to say it again, Reggie. Holy shit.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
incredible.
I'm sitting there, I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and I'm like thinking, holy shit.
Mhm.
My God, the New York Knicks. Dude, would you believe me if I told you in October that the New York Knicks would be one game away from being NBA champions?
In October, yeah, because they were a contender. In January, probably not, because the Detroit Pistons were kicking the asses of everyone in the league. So was San Antonio. So was the OKC and all those players. So, in October, yeah, because the season just started. But January, no. But dude, I get your point. This doesn't happen to us. This doesn't
And
happen.
my God, and you know what? I want to give a little shout out to Jalen Brunson. Not only his 36-point game. I don't know if you saw this at his post game press conference. He
Yeah,
opened
he sent condolences to a fan. Yeah.
to a fan
Uh,
named Jonathan, I think his name was, who was from the Make a Wish and Garden of Dreams Foundation, who passed away earlier that day.
yeah.
And yeah, so our condolences go out to Jonathan's family. Um, but no, that was a classy thing for Jalen. That was very classy. And
Right.
but no, yeah. But anyway, back on happier news. Um, I have to I I have to say, actually, no, not so happier news. Okay, to the people outside who are destroying shit over the game, behave yourselves, please.
I mean, you knew this was happening though.
No, no, listen, you want to go jump crazy in the streets, go right ahead. But don't destroy cabs. Don't throw eggs at people. Behave yourselves, people. Dude, if the Knicks win, that city's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's
look,
just a preview of what we got.
yeah,
Like
the
Wednesday night
NB,
was the preview. If they win
look,
tomorrow, that city will be non-existent.
the mayor and the NYPD better be ready. Like they should have been ready the past 5 years though. Let's be honest about that.
We
The
should
past
have
five
been ready.
years, there should have been practice, when the Knicks made the playoffs. So we're talking a lot about what the Knicks did right. The Spurs down the stretch were terrible. They missing shots and Knicks defense tightening up. Wemby with two huge missed free throws. Um, um, uh, at the end, this is right around when this is after Josh Hart missed a wide open lay-in, or it should have been a dunk, but I don't know what he was doing there. He was in between. He was being an idiot. But when Josh Hart missed a wide open shot in the lane that could have given the Knicks the lead the first time around. So that was that. But then of course Wembanyama gets fouled down low, misses both free throws, and it allowed Jalen Brunson to give the Knicks their first lead of the game, 105-104. So that was rough to see. How about when De'Aaron Fox with the Spurs up? De'Aaron Fox, he grabs the rebound. It was going all over the place. Brunson had missed a shot. Ball's going all over the floor. De'Aaron Fox gets the ball. He has an open lane. Instead of just holding on the ball and waiting for a Nick to foul him, understand the Spurs are in the penalty at this point. He goes to the basket. OG Anunoby blocks the shot. Knicks gain possession again. And then, of course, Spurs they had a foul to give. They fouled him. Mike Brown calls timeout and then sets up the absolute, tremendous, one of the greatest plays in Knicks history, the OG tipping. But it's just
Yes.
like, what was De'Aaron Fox doing there? Like, get fouled, take two free throws. Worst case, you either miss both, and the Knicks once again have to call timeout and set up a play. But there's less time on the clock. And then on top of that, let's say you make both free throws. Okay, well, there's less time on the clock for the Knicks to make a play to try to tie the game. A lot of these things could have led to the Spurs going back to San Antonio, even at 2-2. Instead, we have this. We have
And you,
this. Knicks are up.
but you know what? I'm gonna say this. We're going into game 5 tomorrow night in San Antonio, and here's what's gotta happen with the Knicks. And I've been saying this for a while. I'm gonna say it again. The Knicks have
Mm-hmm.
to slam their foot on the gas and not let up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's the
Because you
thing. Go ahead, finish.
because you can't go down. You again, people are probably thinking, okay, Bill, they were down 29 and they came back. Like that's as deep as a hole as you can get, and they came back. People. There could be a bigger hole. There could be a bigger hole, Reg, and they ain't coming, and
Yeah.
they won't be coming out of that hole. So Reggie, the Knicks got to slam their foot on the gas and not let up. And tomorrow, and because you know the Spurs, they're coming back to their home court.
Yeah.
They're coming back to their home court tomorrow, Reg.
Yeah,
And
we can't underestimate that.
you know they're not gonna be. You know they're gonna be out for blood tomorrow. You
Yeah.
know they're gonna be like, hey, because you were just at halftime, you were up 27 points and you lost. You know there's gonna be fire in their eyes. There's gonna be a fire in their belly tomorrow, and they're gonna be like, no,
Yeah.
no, we're gonna take this. He goes, no, we're gonna win tomorrow. We're gonna take this series back to the Garden. Yeah, because right, Game 6 would be at the Garden, then Game 7 would be back in San Antonio, right? Reg,
Yes. So here's the deal. Here's the deal.
what's your deal?
The Knicks have to win here. The Knicks have been tremendous with closeout games all playoff long. They've been tremendous with these closeout games. You do not want to give the Spurs any reason. And look, the Knicks had 3 chances to close it out. So I'm not necessarily worried until it hits game 7. But like the Spurs are gonna be the one playing desperate here. because
You
they're the
know,
ones down and their season's on the line.
my
So
brother said
I'm the
the exact
Knicks.
same thing. They said, you know what? If like, of course, my brother wants the Knicks to win tomorrow, but he goes, if they lose and it goes to game 6, I'm not going to be too panicky. But if it go, I just don't want it to go to game 7 because you know
Yeah, we
what?
can't.
This is something you and I have discussed here. I said I see the Knicks winning this in 6, and you said, and I quote, that the
Mhm.
Knicks were you see the Knicks in 7, and if this was going to go 6 games, then the Spurs are going to win. I'm thinking if this goes 6 games, the Knicks are going to win. If this goes 7, I think the Spurs are going to pull it out. If this goes 7, the Spurs are going to pull it out.
Well, let's see. We have game 5 tomorrow. Um, Knicks are one win away from history, all NBA glory,
One more.
immortality, and
And after
it's on,
53
bro.
years, Knick fans, hopefully tomorrow, after 53 years, the pain is over.
Yes, and we can
But
rejoice and we can just live to tell the greatest story of Knick basketball. This is the best Knick team in my lifetime, hands
You
down.
know, but you know who the Knicks should really be thanking for Wednesday night for
Mhm.
showing up? Taylor Swift.
Can you believe
Taylor,
that?
you are
And
welcome to
and she
come to
was
the
getting a
Garden
lot of
anytime
crap.
you want.
She was getting a lot of crap, not only by the Knick broadcast on the radio, but by everybody else. She's like, "Why is Taylor Swift here? She's not a real Knick fan. She doesn't give a shit. She only shows
Uh,
up now." Like, there was all of that. The stupid Stevie Nicks shirt, which is dumb as hell.
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was dumb, but like,
No,
you
I
know,
like her two friends, her Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac, and the other one had Nickelback. I thought that was pretty funny, and the other one said
yeah,
Nicole Kidman. I thought that was pretty cool. But
yeah.
no, listen, guys, leave poor. I say this in football season. Now I'm gonna say it for basketball. Leave poor Taylor alone.
Mhm.
Leave this poor girl alone.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, people were getting all upset about this. I'm like thinking, oh my
yeah.
god.
But then of course the Knicks win, so of course none of that matters anymore. You
Yeah, but you
know.
know what I say to this though? Taylor, you are invited to come anytime you want.
Mhm. Yeah, sure.
Trump, stay the hell away from the garden.
Exactly, exactly.
Did you see they were having
Um,
like sage before they were like sage in the arena beforehand to make
mhm.
sure all the bad luck was out? Did you
God
see
damn.
that?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but how much
I
you want to
mean,
bet? Place your bets, Reggie, that Trump's gonna come out and say, you know what? I think I'll go to game 6. If that goes to game
I
six,
I
no, no, you stay
I
away,
hope
Donald.
my hope is that there's still more scheduling conflicts for Trump so that he just stays away. Like, first of all, his 80-year-old ass who fell asleep in Dim Dolan's suite can stay asleep in the White House. Sleepy Donald, you know,
Nosy Don.
knows the oh, I like that.
I can't take credit. You know what that I can't take credit for that one. That was from my very good friend Alan. So Alan, shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dozy Don. Like, no, no, no. You stay away because we don't. Because you know what, Taylor Swift, regardless how you feel about her music, we didn't have to have a big ass security detail for her.
Yeah. Though they did keep the security uh protocols for game 4. That's why they canceled that watch party outside at the garden because they kept the security protocol. And of course, you heard Jim Dolan. It's like, oh, this is Mom Donnie not really caring about the Knicks, even though he's a huge Knicks fan and everything. Of course, Dolan is a Trump supporter, not a Democrat. So,
So of course Dolan's gonna be fighting with Mondani,
yeah,
and
and they better squash the beef. The parade could be in a few days. So,
so guys,
it
pretend to like each other. Just pretend
yeah,
to like each other, and then go back to hating each other. Actually, I don't think Mamdani hates Dolan.
no, No,
He's
no, no.
probably annoyed with him. He's probably annoyed with him, but he probably
No,
doesn't
no,
hate him.
no. No.
But no, no, just yeah, because I think. But what I'm thinking is there going to be the watch parties for Game 5? Because okay, it's going to be in San Antonio, but I think people are very concerned about public safety right now. Because, dude, if they win
Well,
tomorrow,
maybe at summer stage at Central Park, maybe.
dude, if they win tomorrow, that place is gonna be, and you're gonna be in the city tomorrow.
Yeah, and my dad's birthday party's tomorrow, so
So you think
so yeah.
afterwards you're gonna go to Central Park, or
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing, to be honest. Like,
is your brother gonna be with
but
you?
Burbo's in Missouri.
Okay, but no, dude, like if you go crazy in the streets and get arrested, don't worry, I'll come bail you out. I will come bail you out, Reggie.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Okay, because hey, if the Yankees won the World Series, I was going to the crazy in the street and get arrested. I'm sure you come bail me out.
Sure.
That's our rule here. We bail each other out.
Mhm.
It's in the contract for the network. Um, but
God.
are you gonna be climbing any poles though, Reg?
No, I can't climb.
Good, they're probably gonna be all greased anyway. But you know what?
I'll be greasing them now.
You know, yeah, everyone's about Taylor Swift reaction. You know what reaction I think was very underrated? Jerry Seinfeld's.
Hmm. I mean, I think Jerry Seinfeld and so many others, um, the reaction of so many others are pretty much the same. Like we all couldn't believe what we saw. Like,
Him, Larry David, Adam Sandler,
yeah, like
and
everybody was all going crazy, insane over it.
Mariska Hargitay, I think. Benson from SVU.
Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah, I cannot say her damn name. Who knew that her and Brunson were BFFs?
Oh yeah, I mean she's there all the time. Yeah, she and Brunson they talk all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad Stabler wasn't there for this one.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
And yeah, but you know what? What a what a game. And tomorrow, let me tell you, New York, get ready to party. But
And
don't get too
hopefully we will
ready.
be well, hopefully we'll be able to party celebrating a Knicks victory. This will be an all-timer for the city. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be an epic. Everyone's going to be locked in, watching. I will be. And we hope that you are locked in too. We'll obviously have all the coverage um and stuff. So
Hopefully, when we come
I
on
will
Monday, we'll be celebrating. Hopefully, Monday we'll be celebrating a win and not previewing Game
exactly.
6.
Yeah. But even if we do preview game 6, even if we do, I'm still more confident in that than um you're gonna go to game 7. Because that would mean that the Spurs have won 2 in a row. Of course, we don't want the Spurs winning 2 in a row. So let's get it. But here's the deal. I think the Spurs are gonna win game 5. If I'm being real with you.
I have that feeling too, to be honest.
It's not because I don't believe in the Knicks. It's more the fact that the Spurs,
They're going to be out for blood.
yeah, they're gonna be out for blood, and then one for the crowd at home. You don't think that's gonna happen? The Boston did it to the Knicks. When the Knicks were up 3-1 against Boston last season, they went to Boston, they won. The Knicks got their asses whooped. So it's not necessarily crazy to think that the Spurs will give at least one more win for the crowd.
And did you know, I heard about this morning, 48% of people who bought tickets in San Antonio have New York or New Jersey zip codes.
So means Spurs in the San Antonio, they don't give a shit about who comes, and it's gonna be a
And you know what?
heavy
Because it's probably
Nick
cheaper.
crowd.
It's probably
Yeah,
cheaper.
and that's the case. Although it's expensive, it's still expensive, but it's not as expensive as in New York, where you had to basically give up every organ in your body
I
to
know,
go to
right?
this game. Exactly. So, Knicks and Spurs tomorrow. Another thing I want to point out about this game, as Bill stepped out for a second. Another thing I want to point out, and I don't think this is getting enough love. The fact that Jalen Brunson had the absolute nerve to shoot from fucking Timbuktu, knowing that Wemby was coming to guard him, is such a smart, brilliant IQ play in basketball. To allow that to happen and for OG Anunoby to recognize that as well, go in there and tip the ball in. That's another thing I wanted to give some love to because I don't think that's being brought up enough. And the New York Knicks right now, again, if they don't win on Saturday, it is what it is. But I will say this. This is their time. A lot of what happened on Friday, sorry, on Wednesday. Today's Friday. Mine's going crazy. A lot of what happened on Wednesday does not happen to the Knicks. It doesn't. This is destiny, folks. If you can't understand that, you're not paying attention. None of this happens to the Knicks, but it happens to teams that are about to win champions. We knew this wasn't going to be easy, but a lot of this luck is breaking our side. You got to win the championship. Got to win, whether it's in five, whether it's in six. Got to have it. We'll be locked in on Saturday, ready to go. I'm going to be all over the screen. Family's going to be all over the screen. New Yorkers going to be all over the screen and watch parties and bars and your homes, whatever it is. And look, I'm not gonna say book your ticket to the parade. Well, I don't know if it's a ticket, but let's set up the parade. But let's plan for the parade. Let's plan for a nice little celebration on Broadway at the Canyon Heroes. I'm ready for it. I'm stoked. This doesn't happen. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Make it happen. End the drought. And for all of New York City glory, man, I just can't believe the Knicks are in this. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Um, so again, Bill stepped away for a second. Um,
Sorry about that, folks.
oh hey, there you
Hey,
go.
sorry about that, buddy.
You okay?
Yeah, I just really had to use the bathroom.
Look,
You know what they say, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
yeah, you can't stop nature from taking its course.
No,
You
you
know?
can't. So, now, anyway, yeah. So, game five tomorrow night in San Antonio. 48% of people from New York, New Jersey. You know what? Thank you, San Antonio, for not being total assholes about this.
Yeah, I will say this about the San Antonio fans and San Antonio in general. They've been more classy than New York. So I will give them that. They've been way more classy.
And
So
no, just how other cities have limited the amount of New Yorkers to come. They've been great.
yeah.
Looks like they're showing us some Southern hospitality.
Mhm.
We still hope to kick your ass tomorrow,
Yeah, exactly.
but no,
All
thank
right.
you, thank you. Anyway,
All right. Hopefully Knicks in five, and we locked
if
in.
the Spurs win tomorrow, I would not be totally shocked.
Yeah.
So okay, so now from the hardwood to the diamond.
Um, First things first. Good job by the Yankees to take the series in Cleveland after they lost in the Bronx. So,
They actually won a series. They actually won the series.
that was good to watch. Um, a couple of baseball notes. Shohei Ohtani was actually lifted in the seventh inning. He had a pinch hitter come in his spot due to left knee inflammation. Of course, Dave Roberts is downplaying the injury because that's what managers do. They're saying, "Ah, no, everything's fine. Nothing to be concerned about." Knowing that Ohtani is a pitcher and a hitter, and at one point was doing a double duty in this series, I'd be very concerned.
I'd be concerned too.
A knee inflammation, whatever the heck that means, you know, is nothing to play around with.
No, it
Having a
isn't.
knee injury sucks, period. So right now, if I'm a Dodger fan, I know he's going to get more tests. If I'm a Dodger fan, I am crossing all of my fingers and all my toes and everything, and make sure that in hopes that Otani's okay. Because if he's not okay, that's a problem.
Oh,
Otani's
it is.
obviously your best pitcher and your best hitter.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so Otani, damn, what a time to be alive. Otani's probably hurt, Judge is hurt.
Mm.
What a time to be alive, huh, Reg?
Yes, and then of course, did you see this? Um, did you see how Aroldis Chapman is going out there saying that if the Yankees would want him, that they would have to apologize to him before getting him.
Really? And yeah, I did see that.
First of all, why is Aroldis Chapman talking? Like the Yankees don't have
Who? Hey,
the
Reggie,
Yankees don't
who?
the Yankees don't owe you anything, Aroldis. Here's the deal: the Yankees don't owe you anything.
No, we don't owe you anything.
No, you were a disaster for us down the stretch in your time here in the Bronx. You were a non-factor. You kept blowing saves. You were not pitching well. Yankees don't owe you anything. And if they get you, be grateful that they even want you here. How about that, a-hole?
Yeah, stay in Boston. We don't want you. We'll give you the New York wave. That is our New York wave to you. God, we
But
are
you
no wonder why the
know
rest of the
that.
country hates us.
God.
No wonder why they hate us, right? Why the rest of the country hates us, New
Well, they hate us
Yorkers.
more. Well, they hate us more because the Knicks are winning, and they can't stand the fact that the Knicks are winning.
Okay, well, to be fair, the Knicks fans are kind of being assholes out there. To be fair.
Well, all they're doing is damaging property. I mean, the part about adding Wemby, I don't give a shit. That man is cocky. Fuck him. You know.
I don't know. No, trust me. Over the years, there were some athletes I wanted to egg.
Now, I wouldn't do it. It's not something that I would
No,
do.
me neither. You know why? Because we're civilized. But you know
But I
what?
but I understand why others do.
Because Wemby sucks.
And yes, he's a dirty player. I don't care what anyone says. He's a dirty player. All right, Bill. You know
Well,
what time it is. You know what time it is.
It is. We haven't done one in a while, have we?
No, haven't done one in a while. I'm great.
It is time for drumroll, please. Top five Friday.
Top five.
Top five. No, we still got to do it ourselves because we can't afford to hire people. And
Right.
no, we're not doing AI.
We're not
But
going to chat GPT or any of these places to help make our music and stuff.
um, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There is actually something I do listen to on YouTube with AI. They make pop songs like Irish folk songs, so of what they would sound like as Irish folk songs. It's actually pretty interesting. But I'll play you one later, Reg. But anyway,
Mm.
but no, our top five today. This is gonna be an interesting one. In honor of Celebrity Row, and we've been seeing a lot of celebrities at the NBA Finals. Top five celebrities we would want to watch a game with.
Ooh.
I'm just winging this one, to be honest.
There's a lot of celebrities we want to talk to while watching the game.
Because a lot of these people, they just seem like cool folks, you know? They just seem like cool folks.
Well, they're cool folks and they're famous. I mean, you know,
No, but like some of them are at the game because some of them are at the game because, like, hey, I'm a celebrity. Everyone can sit here and talk about how great I am. And some of them, they just actually want to be there.
yeah.
They just actually want to be there. So, all right, Reggie, who's your number five?
Jay-Z, New York
Okay.
through and through. Gotta start with New Yorker. A great rapper, huge New York sports fan, huge sports guy in general. And no, he seems like a cool dude. Forgetting any controversy that he might have. It's great. I'll start with him.
Okay, you know who my number five is?
Who?
Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, why Jimmy Fallon?
Okay, one, big Yankee fan, and it's funny because he played a Red Sox fan in Fever Pitch.
Yeah.
He's also been at these Knicks games. He's been at these Ranger games. He seems like just a real bred New Yorker and just someone you would just have a damn good time with,
Yes.
especially after a few. I wonder how he is after a few cold ones. Like, but there is actually a video of him when he was at Jeter's last home game when fantasy became reality. Yep, stealing that directly from Michael K. Speaking of which, you see Michael K was actually at that Knicks game, game four. Um,
He's at a bunch of Nick games all year.
yeah, but no, if you watch Jimmy Fallon was behind home plate when Jeter hit the home run when Jeter hit the RBI single to win the game, and he's like jumping up and
Yes.
down, so excited.
If you watch one of his interviews with Jeter, that's what he shows. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I think Jimmy Fallon would just be a fun guy to watch a game with.
Yes.
All right, Reggie, what's your number four?
I'm gonna go number four. I'm gonna say Snoop Dogg.
Snoop D double O G.
Hmm. Just to, I don't know, like he seems like a chill guy, and he gets excited. I would like to hang out with him, not necessarily at a U.S. sporting event, but at the Olympics. Like, because he's one of the ambassadors. He's on NBC, cheers on USA and everything. I would like to hang out with him at the Olympics.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. You know who my number four is, and she's been seen a lot lately. I actually wouldn't mind watching with Taylor Swift, because you know what? She actually seems like she's really getting into it. Not just because of Travis, but no, you saw her at the Knicks game the other night. She looked like she was having a damn good time.
I just don't believe her when she says she's an Knicks fan. That's I'm sorry. Like,
But
I don't
it's
believe it.
just the it's
I think it's all fake. I think it's all publicity and making her look good and everything. Like,
I
nah,
don't.
I would not want to sit down with her. Sorry.
You know what? Quick question. You think her and Travis are actually getting married at the Garden?
Yes, that's that thing that would be like a royal wedding type of thing at the garden.
Or is it just a decoy? The tinfoil hat is on, Reggie. The tinfoil hat is on.
I think they really want a big wedding.
So, but I think she would just be cool to hang out with, though. She's grown on me over the years. Um,
Oh, I mean, she's never lost me. I just wouldn't hang
now
out with her at sporting event.
I used to be really annoyed with her in like late 2000s, early 2010s. I used to be really annoyed with her. I don't know. She grew on me over the years. Um,
Right.
but no, no, but no, I can see that excitement was genuine, but we could argue about that later. But yeah, my number four is Taylor Swift. Who's your number three?
My number three. I don't know. I'm gonna say number three, Michael J. Fox.
Oh, really?
He's at a lot of Ranger games, he's at a lot of the Knicks games too. Like,
And we hope he's doing okay, by the way.
of course, I would like to sit down and chat with him too. That would be awesome. That would be awesome for me. I've always admired Michael J. Fox.
My number three, a president that we wouldn't have to shut everything down for because he actually gives a crap about us. I would actually want to watch a game with Obama. He
But
actually,
okay, why?
I don't know. He seems like a mix of that, someone you can have a conversation with, but watch a game at the same time
Okay,
because you could tell, yeah, you could tell he's someone you could talk about, but then when there's something important happen in the game, he would know, like, okay, let's watch this at bat, or what, let's watch this play first, and then we'll continue.
yeah.
You could see someone like if the game, and I just think he'd be a good person to have a conversation with, and actually speaks like a human being, and can actually speak above a fifth grade level. But no, I think he would, because I remember, I think it was actually the last Super Bowl of his presidency. They did an interview with him and they were talking about the different rooms. Like, all right, there's this one room. When you're in that room, you shut up and watch the game, and that's the room I'm in. Then there's this other room where the kids are, and then there's this other room which Michelle called the champagne room, in which her late mother would be in that room. Her words, not mine. But
Right.
no, I could see him just being that person to have fun, to have that conversation, to chat with, but also, okay, Judge is at bat. I'll be quiet now. Or okay, he's a Chicago sports fan, so he probably like, oh, okay, Bill, I can see Judge is at bat right now, so I'll just we'll talk after the at bat.
Yeah.
But no, he just seems like he'd be that nice mix. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So see, you're probably thinking, what are you thinking? And now you're probably thinking, okay, I can see where Bill's coming from. See, I'm not
It's
as
not like
crazy
that.
as you all think I am.
Nah, nah, not crazy at all. What are you talking
Just don't ask the entire state of Texas, the entire state of Florida, my
about?
ex-girlfriend, my senior year college
Ouch.
roommate. Just don't ask them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So that's my number three, Obama.
All right.
Number two,
Number
Reggie
two,
Boy.
Kevin Hart. I need a laugh.
Okay,
I need a laugh
Kevin Hart.
when I'm at a game. When I'm at a game. Kevin Hart.
Okay, Yeah, that's why you have Kevin Hart. I have Jimmy Fallon. Nah, but I actually, comedically wise, I kind of like Kevin Hart a little better.
Jimmy Fallon, not that he's a fun guy, but I don't think he's funny.
But you know what I've heard about Kevin Hart though? I have a neighbor who's a pilot, and
Mhm.
he flew Kevin Hart. He said Kevin Hart was such an asshole.
I believe that makes sense. A lot of people are assholes.
But unrelated, you know who he said was actually really cool?
Cool.
LeBron.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he's flew LeBron, and he said LeBron was actually really nice, a real gentleman,
Yeah.
real class. Like I can see that from LeBron. I know we make fun of LeBron here, but I can see that. Okay, my number two, just because he's one of my favorite actors, Jack Nicholson. You know
Okay.
he's a big
I,
Laker
I
fan,
was
right?
has always been a Laker fan.
Yes.
I
But I'm
mean,
in LA, and he's my buddy.
he
I'd watch with him.
just like Spike Lee and Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet, they're all courtside. Jack Nicholson, you see him like wide open right there, like it's clear as day. Laker games.
Yes. No, and no, also I think he'd be a well, he's got to be in his 80s now, but still, he's also one of my favorite actors, and also, but like during halftime, I would ask him to say, Jack, can you give that line from Batman, please? When you've seen Batman with
Yeah,
Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. I love that line when he's like, I've given a name to my pain. And he's like, you cut me off for a woman. A woman! Jack, maybe we can cut a deal. And Jack, Jack, Jack is dead, my friend. As you can now call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier. Um, no, I would ask him to do that once, and that's it.
yeah.
Um, nah. Okay. Number one.
I don't think any of the big Nick fans I would sit next to. Um, I would do. I'm sitting that really. But really had to pick one though.
Tough list.
Tough list.
You wouldn't want to sit next to Spike?
No, hell no.
How
No, he's
come?
crazy. They're all crazy.
But they're fun crazy. I'll say this: if I was spitting, I would sit next to Spike, but I have one condition. You start talking bad about Tarantino, I'm out. You start shit talking Quentin Tarantino, I'm out.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with an athlete.
I think I'm going to go with one too, to be honest.
I would sit next to Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
And here's why. Because at the very least, especially with the Nick game, we'll be talking all ball. And it would be a fun time for me.
Well, my number
Either
one.
either either him or A-Rod. I
Nope,
would sit
not doing
next
that joke anymore. That joke has officially been retired.
to.
Um,
All right, who's your number one?
my number one. This guy would probably want a restraining order from me when we're done.
Okay.
Jeter. I would want to sit next to Derek Jeter.
Yeah. Yeah. The only reason why I didn't pick any of the big time celebrities is
Yeah.
because, especially the ones that are huge, like fans of the team, like Spike Lee is with the Yankees and the Knicks, they're too crazy for me. Like I just wouldn't know if I would survive actually wanting to spend time. Because when I go to the game, I want to spend time with them, right?
Yes. But no, it's
Yeah.
like with Spike, again, you're good with me, but you start talking bad about Quentin Tarantino. Your craziness is fine. But you start talking shit about Quentin Tarantino, I'm leaving.
Fair enough.
No, no, no.
Uh,
Spike Lee's a great filmmaker too, but come on.
yeah.
Stop picking on poor Quentin Tarantino. What has he done
Oh,
to you? For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Um, that's why Google exists. But
top
anyway,
five on a
but I
Friday.
would want to sit with Jeter because Jeter is my Jeter. Because as a lifelong Yankee fan, I would, him and I'd be sitting there talking baseball, and I would be, as someone who grew up in that 2000s Yankees, like we'd have a lot to say. Yeah, I want to give a few honorable mentions. I actually would not mind sitting next to Timothy Chalamet, to be honest, as an honorable
Yeah.
mention,
I wouldn't
because
mind saying, yeah.
my thing with him is, and he's actually, and this was the thing when he was on, what was it, College Game Day? I talk about this like all the time. Like me and thousands of other people were rolling our eyes, thinking Timothy Chalamet, because this was around the time when the movie Complete Unknown came out. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, he's just here promoting his new movie. Oh my God, why is he here? Just don't be a, why is he on a college pregame show? But he actually knows sports. Believe it or not, he actually knows about sports.
Yeah.
Um, he actually knows about sports, and I will give him credit for that. And another person I'd want to watch, another athlete, I actually would want to watch with Jason Kelsey. Because him and Travis, they both seem like fun guys just to hang out with. Like with
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey, when he was at that Bills game when the Bills were playing the Chiefs, he was out there shirtless at Buffalo. He was out there tailgating with the fans. Reg, he's a man of the people. And I like people of the people. He's a man of the people.
Yeah.
And I also really like, I thought it was cute when there was a little girl with a sign for Taylor and he comes over and picks her up and says, "Let's get closer so Taylor can see it." But no, I think Jason Kelsey, he's another honorable mention. I think he would
Yeah.
just be fun to
It,
watch with.
yeah. Yeah, those are my five. I don't have any honorable mentions here.
Yeah,
Like,
but you wouldn't want to sit next to the actual crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you got to give credit to
I
Spike Lee. He's dropped like what, millions of dollars in tickets over years.
me, he loves his Knicks, I'll tell you that much.
He's also a big
All-time Knicks
Yankee
fan.
fan too.
Yes. So damn.
I think I
All
would want
right.
to sit next to Spike at a Yankee game, though, not a Knicks game, because I think Yankee game, I think he'd still be invested, but he wouldn't be going crazy. The Knicks, he'd be long gone. Yeah. All right, so that's our top five.
And that's our show.
That is our show, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Um, if you want to see more, go to www.dsportssocietynetwork.com. Check out our podcast available on all platforms. Check out our history. Check out our vlogs and check us out here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for more notifications. And, for Danny Boy Reginald, I'm Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy. Have a good weekend, folks. Stay safe, take care, and most importantly, go Knicks!
Let's go Knicks.